Hi, video 2 is what are they thinking and feeling for the next 3 days. We're going to talk about it at length, and I hope you guys like story number 1. It will be updated tonight to see if anything changed in story number 2. And all the updates are going to be here today for Saturday, just to make it a little bit more accommodating and that you guys aren't going back and forth. For me, the schedule, the Monday, Wednesday, Friday is going to be cool, and I've linked down the original site to our parent channel if you guys want to follow weekly over there. And Tuesdays and Thursdays are still going to be here permanently. I keep my promise to that, and we're going to stick with that schedule. Okay, and then if anything ever changes in the future, I'll move you along also if you want to join. And also it's at will, so you can just go if you want to. You never are required to watch a video. We're going to start with your next 3 days, and we're going to go to my nice green deck, which is newer. This is newer to the family of 50 decks, which I now own, and I've been collecting for a while. It's been quite a heavy time. Your first message is here. What do we need to know? Generosity, Father of Earth. It's very much patriarchal card, patriarch, not mothers, but we have this for Libra's next 3 days. Okay, so they're thinking to be generous. They want to arrive at Libra's house. That's a 41. It's a 5. So there's changes there. It could be a divine masculine for some of my feminines. And I'm not just doing that to read for the women. It's a women's message, though. It's generosity coming from a DM. Which one should we take? My hand? Okay. We're going to do creative expression. All right. We could have water Libras on the channel. Get it out. Talk about it. Make a creative expression. If some of you are artists, you're a great artist, maybe you just need to see it on paper. Maybe do some painting today. All it takes is a little easel and a couple paints. And to get ready for your birthday too, maybe you want to create a nice little piece that hangs in the house. And then you have 10. This is the number 10 card. If you'd like to screenshot, I'm going to get out of the way. And for the story, it says your third card is Wheel of Change, the Wheel of Fortune. That is. Okay, so as a rundown, generosity, creative expression, Wheel of Change. This is my favorite card, the third. And you get to pick yours, of course, as well, Libra, according to your story. I give you guys choice on here. You don't have to go with my story. I like it when you guys feel it for your own situation. If you've just gone through something recently, pick the card that you most vibe with, not the one that is my favorite. Okay, always remember that. I give you guys the option of choice. That's why there's always multiple cards. And you have emotional self-care through that new moon in Virgo. And it's gorgeous because the art is like Indian Aztecan in this deck. Oh, there goes the Chariot at the bottom of the shuffle. So they're willing to travel. This could be a day like Libra's listening to the door. Who ding dongs, who's delivering a package. The Chariot is about, though, it's fast, number 1. It's movement. So we know the person wants to move toward Libra in a way of, okay, let's not stay at home. Let's do something about this, because their attraction is signifying, I just have to cover this one. That Sphinx is a little too sphinxy. The Chariot is about, I'm willing. It's a yes with the number 7 major arcana. And I look there if it said 7 too. I check them out to see if they're correct. They see that you're in emotional self-care. It's pretty clear with several cards, and we do this weekly. So we have different proofs in different areas. We had cards like this on Wednesday. Now we're getting it from a different deck on the weekend. So their feelings haven't changed that much. I do want to check in, though, with my golden girls. And let's see what's going on. What do they want to say in terms of actions? What can they provide? 8 of Pentacles. They want to work on it. And they could definitely be letting Libra know. I want to work on things with you. I want to put effort in. This could be a new relationship that you are in. And both of you seem to be emotional creatures. You both feel each other. You have water here, water here. The numbers to those cards are 29 and 30. I don't know if that means anything to any of you. And there could also be a 10-10 Libra as well in the cards. You could have been born on October 10. So if they were to write that out, they would be saying that they would put effort in. How do they feel today? Can we get to the closest card? a sideways strength card. They're going to have to show in the face of courage that they have courage to come toward our Libra, that Libra doesn't do all the work here. Plus, it's your birthday. I highly doubt you want to do the work too. I think you just want to sit and relax in the energy. Okay. With those events too, they're highly important that we rest and we view our Saturn return home as nice. We don't want to be stressed out. Judgment, Scorpio. This could be a Scorpio. I have Cap and I have Leo. What's their main message of love? Death. They want to rebirth things, revive it. This person doesn't want to be forgotten to Libra at all. They don't want to be forgotten. And I feel that through a couple of cards. The work card, Judgment. Let's check in with our Libra. How do they feel about love right now? Libra signs, please. Guys always come out as the Page of Wands all morning. And yesterday you guys had somewhat of news too. Wheel of Fortune, you have. Those are very auspicious cards, you guys. You have luck. Luck be a lady. And the Page of Wands. You are excited to share your own news. You could be like more talky, more vocalizing. Maybe that surprised you the last couple of days how much you're talking. And even if it's on your own and this is phone calls, maybe you're surprised how much you're telling. Okay, listen to those moments as well. And you're in a good mood. This is a good mood type of Libra. Again, you could be using that creative expression for therapies, okay, in life. But it looks to be that news is changing for you. It's on the horizon. It's just about to turn after this difficult moon process. Believe me, I'm there too. All I do is take lots of salt baths and that helps you. And then just put on some good mood music. Try to surround yourself with people who are caring. If that doesn't work out, try to be in an environment where it's quiet and you get to be with yourself. I highly recommend that because it typically works. They've made a decision. Okay. What is the likely action before we go to some more question asking? We're going to do like a second portion here. Ace of Swords. It bounced back to the Magician and you have a Three of Swords. So they're hurt. They don't want to let go of the memories, but I also think that they want to create new ones. And I'm not saying that they're going to show up at your door, but there's a heightened awareness of this person. There could be a Cancer, a Scorpio. Those are a lot of the cards. Cancer, that's a Cancer card. I will count the fixed signs because they're in the Wheel of Fortune a lot. We have 2 Wheel of Fortunes. I'll pull them back up in case you forgot. You have the fixed signs in 2 cards. So that's Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio. The acronym is ALTS. ALTS. Can I know kind of what this Wheel of Fortune looks like? I mean, I can guesstimate with cards, but what does that look like in real life, angels? 7 of Pentacles. Okay, so actions. Whoever is the next person to invest in Libra as a whole. You know, they want this Libra badly. Page of Wands, news coming from them. It's sudden. It makes Libra aware. It's not a confusion thing. This person steps up. You know, they show up and they're present. Okay, that's good, finally. And we have 4 of Pentacles with Capricorn. They have been holding on. I will take the King of Cups because that is about being in their feelings. That could be a water sign, and we have it many, many times in this smaller video. Will Libra accept this? Sorry, I have to ask. Page of Swords. Not right away. They're going to learn everything first. So what was the story in the past? What is the story now? And Libra's going to make an assessment. They have the right to study this and look at it as an observer and stay quiet initially. The Page of Swords is about that. It has never changed its definition in time. It talks about observing before you give an answer. And there could also be a Page of Swords today for our Libra. But there's a heightened awareness of this twin. They could even look like this. I mean, they could have a beard. They could be rosy-cheeked. Or they're in their feelings. Libra's going to listen first to the universe. Okay? Listen to spirit guides, ancestors. How does the body feel, receiving the information? That is another cue in your environment to know that you're actually discerning is, how does my body feel when this person comes around? And I think the Page of Swords is actually an appropriate card for how this should be. Learn about it first. Okay, even for those of us that are teachers and have been doing this as energy readers, do we feel the energy correctly? You know, are we really looking at the facts also? It's logic. A little bit of it is fantasy because we're in the 5D. And the last part of it is, does it all check out at the end of the day? Am I feeling what I'm really seeing? That's going to be, you guys will notice after the new moon in Virgo, that's what a lot of these tests right now are, to see if we're really, really discerning correctly. And do we listen to environmental cues around us and people's feelings? And we have the Nine of Swords. It could be a Gemini. They have been worried about, this message is coming out a lot lately, about Libra's well-being. Like they cannot sleep very well. This person stays up in the middle of the night. They have a hard time with it. Why is the Nine of Swords here? Last and final question. Hanged Man. Okay, their perspective on you is vastly different. The world, they think different of the ending and how they prejudge that. What else, please? The true feelings of this person. Five of Wands reversed. They don't want to fight. This person doesn't want to fight or even cause drama. If they did in the past, they don't want to be a dramatic person. They've been having sleepless nights. Can you show me the Hanged Man? That's the only major that's here. Two of Swords. They're at a crossroads and it feels very serious in the reading. They don't want to fight. This may have ended long ago for some of you. Their perception and realizations have changed. Okay, I'm going to ask a very chancy question. Just allow me first and you guys can do your own deductions. Was this because another person said this? Strength. No, they came up with it on their own. That's fascinating. They had the strength to discern on their own. This person did not need help from outside third or fourth parties. This is a person who came to it with their own eyes, their own perception, the world, the Hanged Man, the Strength card. This could be a Leo. Okay. What kind of date were they reminded of Libra? Can I know any? Six of Pentacles. Ah, Queen of Pentacles. Beautiful. That's really, really beautiful. Two of Cups. Ah, I was just going to say that too. Okay. I just waited for it to come in, but it was kind of long. Something dear, like a memory of something Libra had left them. It can even be an item in this case, like a physical thing. It could be a gift. Six of Pentacles in some circles is a gift. They were reminded by it feels like a physical thing Libra gave, like a gift of the past. And through their own thoughts and feelings, their own intuition, they remembered a day when the Queen of Pentacles gave to them, like was extremely generous and extremely kind. Can I see that, please? Because I have all the proof here. I have all the cards. Can I see a little bit more of if it was a gift? Thank you. Knight of Wands. This is typically like, this is energy. It's Sag, so it's the truth. This can also be very, very fast. I think they had pushed this memory out. Person had purposely pushed out this memory, but they were reminded real quick. Okay, turn the block. They were reminded very quickly of a genuine romance. Okay. They had a 180 view of Libra before, a very twisted, not fair. I would even say here, it's an unfair view of the Queen of Pentacles. It wasn't rightfully looked after, researched, looked at. This person remembers a very genuine either partnership, the way Libra said something to them, or a gift in the past. Because the Six of Pentacles can be several things, but it's mostly generosity and being fair. And I think it was a hard remembrance for this person. It did not come easy. And it was also very painful when they received it. Final answer. Because now we have somebody wanting to rebirth and very willing to travel in the chariot. Thank you guys.